Hello, periods 1, 2, and 3. Today, if you were absent, we started on 5.2 ratio tables notes. Go ahead and pull that up and fill this out as we go through them. Ratio tables, two ratios that describe the same relationship are equivalent. You hear that word equal in there. Equivalent ratios. Okay, this means the ratios are equal. A ratio table is a way to find and organize equivalent ratios. We're going to find the missing values in the ratio table, then write the equivalent ratios. All right, guys, this is just like making equivalent fractions, same as equivalent ratios. How do I get from 3 to 9? Multiply by 3. Whatever you do to the top, or whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top, or whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So we're going to get a 3 there. Okay. Now I'm going to erase just so it doesn't get confusing. Always go back to your original ratio, 1 pen to 3 pencils. How do I get from 1 to 5? Multiply by 5. So do the same down here. Multiply by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. Then we're going to write the equivalent ratios. 1 to 3 is equivalent to 3/9, which is also equivalent to 5/15. If you simplify all three of those, they're all going to simplify right back down to 1/3. Okay, let's look at dogs and cats. How do I get from 6 to 12? Multiply by 2. So multiply the top by 2 to get 8. Go back to the original ratio always, 4 cats to 6 dogs. How do I get from 4 to 24? Times 6. So multiply the cats by 6 to get 36. And then write the equivalent ratios. 4 to 6, 8/12, 24, 36. Those would all simplify to 2/3. You try the third one. Pause the video, then unpause and see if you got it right. Euros to dollars. 5 euros is the same as $4. How do I get from 5 to 10? Multiply by 2. So multiply the dollars by 2 to get 8. Always go back to your original ratio. How do I get from 4 to 32? 4 times 8 is 32. So multiply the top by 8. 5 times 8 is 40. And then we can write all those ratios. 5 to 4, 10/8, 40 30-seconds. And remember from last section, we do not turn those into mixed numbers like we're used to. Leave them in proper. Complete the ratio table to solve the problem. For every 5 tickets you sell, your friend sells 6. You sell a total of 20 tickets. How many does your friend sell? Well, to get from 5 to 20, we multiply by 4. So our friend sells 24 tickets. You can also count by 5s because for every 5 tickets you sell, your friend sells 6. Okay. Susan, Julie, and Betsy want to do some extra good in the world besides teaching. They decide to donate footballs and baseballs to the Boys and Girls Club. The ratio of footballs to baseballs is 5 to 8. 5 represents footballs, 8 represents baseballs. The ladies donate 56 baseballs. Create a ratio table for the given information. How many footballs do they donate? Okay, so we're going to create a ratio table. So we have footballs to baseballs. Let's start with what we know. For every 5 footballs we donate, 8 baseballs we donate. Okay, we want to get all the way to 56 baseballs. Okay, so we want to do the table, so we can get from 8 to 56 pretty easily. Here's what I want you to eventually be able to do. How do I get from 8 to 56? Multiply by what? 7. So multiply the footballs by 7 to get 35. Now, if you can't do that in your head quite yet, for every 5 footballs, so we're counting by 5s. Okay, 8 baseballs are donated. So then you're counting by 8s down here. Okay. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, then 56. I don't quite have my line right. Okay. Alrighty. So if there are I don't know where I've missed a line. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I missed 25. Bless my heart. 25, 30. There's where my missing number was. 35 and 56. So to get from 8 to 56, we multiply by 7, and 5 times 7 is 35. So 35 footballs and 56 baseballs. Okay. Let's look at this next ratio table. 15 girls to 3 boys. There's no way from getting here to here easily. So this one's tricky. Here's what you have to do. Since I can't get from here to here, notice the original ratio, you can simplify this. What's 15/3 simplified? 3 goes into both these numbers. So for 5 girls, there's 1 boy. For every 5 girls, there are 1 boy. So how do you get from 5 to 10? Multiply by 2. Multiply the boys by 2 to get 10 over 2. Okay. Let's look at this next one. The ratio is 20 to 2. Can't get from 2 to 3, so that means you probably are able to simplify. Let's simplify this ratio. Okay, 10 to 1. Now I know how to get from 1 to 3. Multiply by 3. Multiply the top by 3. You try this bottom one. Simplified, you get 8 over 1. How do I get from 1 to 4? Times 4. How do I get from 1 to 20? Times 20. 8 times 20 is 160. Okay. Again, it's all about just making equivalent fractions. Okay, so in class, there is a page 201, 202 box page worksheet in Canvas. They are going to start that in class today and finish for virtual tomorrow. I believe it's numbers 4 through 16, okay, creating those ratio tables.